Good morning. Now it's working. Adrian Wood here, enjoying the 4th day of school. Amos starts school on Tuesday, but he went to the babysitter's today, so I could work. So here I am. Got some Coke. I'm gonna have a Coke, and I'm gonna sit out here. I'm gonna order some Athleta bathing suits on sale and relax a little while because my parents are coming. Our house is for sale. Don't get all stirred up. We want to stay in town, but we've had several people looking at it, so we're trying to spruce it up before 2 more groups come this weekend. So anyway, let's see. Oh God, that shutter is falling down, and there are people in my house working, and they just wondered why I have on a bathing suit. And I have on a bathing suit because I am in my baby pool, which is, oh, good morning, Kay. My baby pool is quite warm today. It's cold outside. Cold, not cold. So anyway, oh, this is not a good angle, but we just can't worry about all that stuff. Okay, day 4. Let's talk about day 4. Day 4. So my son Thomas is trying out for the middle school soccer team. Okay. For all those people out there that have that is really stressful. I mean, I can't take the pressure. So he's finding out this morning, and I am dying to call out there. Okay, I already called out there, but I didn't give my name because I didn't want to be known as the person that calls out there. So I just said, y'all have to have a, hi Natalie, a list of the soccer players, and she was like, no. And I was like, oh. She goes, but you can talk to the athletic director. Do you hear those crickets? What is that? And I was like, no, I don't want to call. So anyway, now I'm just sitting, waiting to find out what else is going on. So, this weekend's Labor Day, and my children are so tired from school. They said, we don't want to go to the beach. And I was like, who doesn't want to go to the beach? I'm going to the beach. Even though I haven't unpacked anything from when we were at the beach last. So that could be good or bad, depending on your viewpoint. I really wanted to write something, but I was just so lazy. I didn't feel like writing. And then, oh, thank you, Laura. I know, I'm so ready to go to the beach. And then my mom and dad are coming and bringing a bunch of mums. Not really into mums. I feel like I kill them immediately, but my mother likes them. I was thinking about going to Burger King, though, because Burger King has this thing that if you get a job there and then you get fired, you get a gift certificate. And don't think that'd be kind of interesting? But then people would be like, oh, you're making fun of people that work at Burger King. But I'm not. But I mean, they're only doing it for 2,500 people, so they must have a pretty high turnover rate. And I thought, Burger King would be a good place for me to learn about some stuff. They have Coke slushies too. Here's my Coke. So anyway, let's see what else. Did y'all see the picture of the pregnant bee lady? I sent her a message today and was like, I'd like to tell your story. She was like, well, I'll have to ask the photographer. And I was like, well, that's okay. So I pitched it to my Today Show editor, Terry Peters, and was like, why don't y'all do it? This is really good. And then the bee person said, well, we charge $50 to use the photograph. Okay. I ain't no tabloid, and neither is the Today Show. And $50, you can share the girl's post with the picture. You don't have to pay for that. Anyway, very curious. So I'm not going to be doing the $50 backstory of the bee person. So you'll just have to send her a message yourself. But it's very interesting. I mean, there's a bee on her eyebrow, and her hand is covered with bees. Sydney Dunn was really worried about that. So, very interesting. What else has happened this week? Well, I was in the paper. If you ever think to purchase snack gift baskets, visit my website, Laura Satchwell. Laura Satchwell, send me a gift basket, and then I might get one. Hurricane Harvey. Oh, well, that makes me sad. And here I'm sitting in a kiddie pool drinking Coke, and people are out of their houses. Lorna Satch says, I sell gift baskets. Well, I ain't buying one unless I get a free taste. I wrote a post this week about education. I'm thinking I need to do a weekly thing about what we've written and the problems that people have with it. The education post about play, Blair came home so excited that we were going to, she had been outside twice for recess in one day, and she said it was a special treat, and I was excited for her, and I know that her teacher really values play, but I'm thinking, why didn't the rest of our state? So I posted this thing about, Blair, and Blair, and she said, this woman posted this thing, and she won't tell what her job is. Sorry, I could not find my sunglasses, and I wasn't going to wear the Hello Kitty ones that I have. She was like, well, North Carolina gets 30 minutes of recess a day, which includes teachers doing classroom activities. So basically, if you walk to lunch, that's recess. And got real huffy. If you go look at my comments, real huffy. So I think she works for DPI, and she doesn't want to admit it. And she's probably maybe behind this whole, like, let's teach kindergartners geometry and take away recess and make people droids, and then, we're always going to be dumber than Finland because we can't just play. Let's see what else. This is probably why. Usually I make a list of things I'm going to talk about because I forget what I'm supposed to talk about, which is why I have a hard time speaking in front of a big group of people without notes. my mind is too short-circuited. Next week, I'm going to be in Nashville at the Painted Boutique. Really excited about that. And then at the end of the month, I'll be speaking at Meredith. And I will be at Pup Steakhouse in Wilson. So that's very exciting. Martha, hi. I thought you were at work. Oh, Jennifer lived in Finland for a couple years. I know. I mean, they really are amazing. So that's kind of what we have on our agenda for the month. We're finding out about this middle school soccer thing. What else? Oh. I was in the paper, and the editor is really nice, and I wanted to meet you when you come to Nashville. Well, good. Come on, meet me. And he was like, I'm going to ask you a couple back-to-school questions. And so I didn't realize I was like, what you think about your kids for back to school? Well, I would tell them, I wrote, be kind, be nice, ask all sorts of questions. Well, when he said, well, how was the back to school? I just answered normally. And so here's what I told him. I don't have the article out here because that would have been too smart. He said, what were you thinking when you dropped your kids off for school? And I said, coffee. I was thinking about coffee. I wasn't planning to drive my kids because I'd been really sick this weekend. I don't even know what I had. But anyway, I was sick. So Monday morning, we stop and get coffee, and my son Thomas, who's 11, says, Mom, why do you need coffee? You've been asleep for 2 days. Like coffee has to do with that. So anyway, and I have on what I have on today, like this kind of bathing suit, athletic gear business. And I have it on because it was on the floor and it was convenient. Well, I must have spaced out that you walk people into school. And so, your daughter started middle school too. I'm in a kiddie pool, yeah. And I don't have a real pool. And so, Blair and Russell were in the back seat with Amos, Thomas in the front seat. And they were like, aren't you going to walk us in? I mean, I had on no shoes, people. And Amos was like in his pajamas and hadn't had breakfast. And Thomas was going to be late to middle school because all our schools start at the same time. So it's like a game of Pac-Man when those ghosts, beep, 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 come out and you're trying to... Mary Scott, you can wear a bathing suit for work. Realtors should wear bathing suits. Drinking wine and not Coke. I could be drinking rum punch, but I have to drive somewhere sometime. So anyway, Russell was like, I don't know where my classroom is. Blair said, I don't either. I was like, go in and turn left. Well, then the carpool person, Tanya Hardison, who I love, she comes to the car to see if we have some real problems because we're holding up traffic. And I was like, no, I just can't get out. I have on this bathing suit. Y'all just ask questions. Be brave. And so I got rid of them. Well, then we get to the middle school, And Thomas is like, aren't you going to come in with me? I was like, oh yeah. What 6th grade boy wants somebody to come in with them? Well, evidently my son. I was like, I have on a bathing suit. He goes, well, just come in, but don't talk. Evidently, last year he said I talked to too many people and I knew too many people, particularly his friends or people that aren't his friends, but I know their names because I've been at school, half my life for the last 5 years. And I was like, okay, I'll park. I'm swallow my pride, get out of the car with no shoes on in this bathing suit. And then he changed his mind at the last minute. So that was sort of a relief, truthfully. But yes, it's back to school week. And I tell you, it's really hard. The getting up early is absolutely killing me, especially because last night I stayed up looking for memes of Donald Trump's Photoshop face on the Queen's head. I could not stop. And then my friend Mary Scott was keeping me awake with something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, her daughter did a post on Facebook, her daughter who's 2, and she was like, oh my gosh, I thought I'd been hacked. And then we started talking about, think of all the pictures on your phone that could have ended up on Facebook and how terrible it would be, especially like screenshots when you're making fun of somebody. I don't ever do that. And anyway, that would be really embarrassing. Bees. Oh no, there are no bees out here. I'm really not scared of bees. And I don't think bees would be bad if you were pregnant, if you're a bee, a honeybee charmer. I've seen fried green tomatoes. It didn't look too dangerous. So back to school. Everybody made their lunches for 2 days. And then nobody made it yesterday. No one has had a shower. Well, no, Thomas has had a shower. Blair Russell, Amos has pure-on dreadlocks. Showers tonight. The summer, we take a shower about every 5 or so days. And it's real hard to get back into this every other day thing. In fact, it almost seems dangerous, like our skin will get too dried out. So we're kind of easing back in slowly. I cooked 2 nights, which means one night I went, wish this told me how long I've been talking, somebody tell me when it's been too long. I went to the hospital and saw like everybody I know and took out like 10 styrofoam containers for dinner. Chicken, broccoli, a salad. It's still in my refrigerator since Monday. And potato wedges, all for like, I don't know what it was, $12.50. It's pretty cheap. Oh, good. Ashley wants me to keep talking. And then, yes, 2 days ago, I cooked, I made tacos. They were all wanted tacos. Well, none of them even like tacos. They ate like a huge bag of Food Line cheese shoved in quesadillas. And then I ate no less than a pound of taco meat and like a quart of sour cream that Blair went and bummed off a neighbor. So anyway, that's always embarrassing. And yesterday I spent $120 on light bulbs, and changed them. Like, that's what I accomplished. So the stay-at-home mothers out there, we get shit done. It just doesn't look like it. Who notices light bulbs? Now, on the other hand, we are lazy. And I can't wait for them to come out in droves. The last time I wrote about stay-at-home mothers, they were like ready to lynch me. They said, do y'all remember that? It's been a while ago. I said, stay-at-home mothers sometimes are a little bit lazy. It is true. We are lazy. Who's not lazy if they're at home with no children? And then stay-at-home mothers wear exercise clothes. That seems true. Amos's teacher's on here, and now she's going to wonder why I'm being a bad mother. Hi, Katina. Amos is practicing his letters. And now I'm all flustered. I can't remember what I was saying. Crap. Somebody remind me. What was I just talking about? Oh, Catherine Farless. I saw you driving like a bat out of hell this morning down the street. I was scared for my life. I'll tell you, all the people out there that are starting kindergarten this year, it is going to kill you. Because here you've never had to be out of the house. I know y'all work and everybody does that. There are a lot of people that's kids have not had to be somewhere at 7:30. And it is hell. You should get your shampoo and wash while you're swimming. So, Catherine, I have lots of friends with new kindergartners this year. I feel you. It was really hard to do that. So cheers to you. Oh, stay-at-home mothers. So stay-at-home mothers got really mad at me last year. And one said, I'm dressed, I've exercised, I cook dinner, I do the laundry, I fold the laundry, all before, my kids get home. And, I mean, who is that person? I think those people don't exist. They're just people that are out there on the internet trying to make lazy people like me feel bad. Do more videos, bubbly. Well, I would like to do more videos. So maybe once they all get in school, I'll try to do a video. Let's see what else. So it's Labor Day this weekend. I hope everybody is being safe. Terry Smith, I have been so lazy. We end up breaking up fights all summer. I can't believe your kids fight. I mean, mine are downright terrible. And then this morning said to Russell, if you get near him, he's going to knock the shit out of you, and I'm not going to feel bad. That's bad to start saying things like that on the 4th day of school. Blankets, comforters, and door rugs are the worst to watch, and no one notices. I mean, it really is hard. And then I have these friends whose kids are going to college, and they feel so sad. And I, really get that they feel sad, Regan. But then, on the other hand, I'm like, oh, God, one less person to be here. I mean, the best part about middle school is I don't have to sign anything, a folder. I had to sign, a small forest on the first night. But it ain't my job, and that is awesome. I'm so tired of signing my name that I saw somebody's behavior. I mean, I don't care about people's behavior. I want people to learn. I told Blair I don't need to hear the word purple, because that means you were really good the rest of the year. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about your behavior, because you were supposed to act good. You're at school. When I was little at school, if you didn't act good, you went to the principal's office. I remember this girl, Gloria Stover, had to go to the principal's office. And I was at private school. Now, if you're at public school, and people from Rocky Mount can verify this, you had a choice. If you were really bad, you got suspended for 3 days, or you got 3 smacks with the paddle. Whew, I would not want to do that. Anyway, I have an almost 2-year-old, and I can't wait for school days. Cassidy, I'm not going to tell you, you're going to miss this. You're going to want this back. You should just embrace every moment. It's like trying to kill people. There's Lee Miller. See, she's got older ones now, and they're running here, there, and yonder. Yes, I want to live long enough to have empty nest syndrome too, because that would be nice. And then I have Amos, and I start thinking about the fact that he'll be in my nest forever, and then I need to drink rum punch or say I'm not going to worry about that. Though I do worry about it, truthfully. I do worry about it. I want him to be independent. I don't want my other kids to worry about him. And I want him to be happy. And he is happy. And in this moment, we're happy. And so there's this point of worry versus thinking and making plans. So right now we're just sort of in the thinking about plans, and we talk to the kids about it. And then let's all drink rum punch. Yummy. Rum lunch. That's even better. So, but we're good. Amos has this class this year. Next year he can be in the same class. And so that's good. Thomas likes middle school, which was a worry, because when he went out there, he wasn't real sure. He said it looked kind of sketchy. I don't even know what that means, but it's not sketchy. The teachers were nice. So I'm be excited to hear if he makes soccer. Ooh. But that's okay. That's just life, in a nutshell. I'm crying laughing. You are already in the baby pool. We're already at the doctor 1 week into school. Well, at the doctor, you got to get your antibiotics in your house. I'm sure people are going to have a big fuss that I said that, but it's true. I tell you what, mothers, this is Patty Mordecai's thing, mothers should have a one time a year, they should have a prescription for everything once a year that they can use it if they need it. 2 hours a day for drop off and pick up. Okay, Dal Perry Crowder, because you're offering that up, put her on the fucking bus. You do not need to be dropping off and picking up a kindergartner. The bus is your friend. You like the bus, you're in public school, use the school bus. I'm telling you, my people ride the bus because there's no reason for me to go get them unless it's a special occasion. That way you have dinner ready, you do all the things you need to do so that when they get home, you can be like totally on task and on target hanging out with them. No bus, Dale Crowder. Well, then you must find a carpool. Find a carpool. Clearly. And no public school. Well, see, there you go. Back to let's talk about public school. Why it's so good. We'll start with the school bus. I mean, you live in Raleigh. Why aren't you a public school? Raleigh's like king of the public schools. Oh, no. Ah! Mary Scott Hagler just came over to my house. I thought she had to work, and she threw a bunch of bees. She threw a bunch of bees in this pool. See this? Mary Scott, we have a long history together, and I'd hate to have to scare you. She's very scared of frogs, so I might have to put some frogs in her house. Look, working on carpool, Dale. Okay, Dale, I think you need to transfer over to Lacey Elementary and get that school bus going, and you're going to be great. That was funny. You just scared my dog. Anyway, well, I'm going to read my People magazine from last summer, and I'm going to finish my Coke, and then I'm going to go inside and start unpacking suitcases from the summer. Lacey is the best. Look, see, Dale? You already have an in. And there's Cynthia. Cynthia, I know, is glad to have somebody in school because Cynthia works from home. My kids don't ride the bus because it's an hour and 20 minutes ride home. Well, that's a perfect time for them to get their homework done and think. I'm all for a lot of time to think. Seriously. Now, Lee, you know this isn't targeted at you. But when my parents are coming in a little while. I mean, Cynthia says I'm working now. That's what stay-at-home working mothers do. We lay in baby pools or we watch live videos and we work at the same time. When I was growing up, I was telling Carlos, this fella, he's here painting, and his daughter, he's got a company, and his daughter is a senior this year, and she's going to college. His wife reads my blog. Hello, Sandra. And about going to college. And I went to Meredith College, which I loved. Not our school, Dale Crowder would love Lacey. Dale, you got to go work there, and then you can get her in. And I did not want to go to Meredith, and I'm talking to Meredith, so I'm going to tell a little bit of the story then. But anyway, I didn't want to go. And nobody cared about where I wanted to go. Nobody asked me, oh, well, she doesn't like that, or she doesn't like this. Well, it didn't matter. One, I wasn't paying for it. And two, my parents have always been parents. So next, my dad said when I was going to Meredith, I was going to Appalachian is where I'd chosen. And he said, this is like August 5th probably, tell me about college. And I said, well, cannot just transfer to Lacey without time and solid reason. I know, Wendy, I was being a smart ass. Going to Appalachian, he goes, well, that's good. That's a long way from the beach. What are you going to do? And I said, well, I'm going to drive to the beach on the weekends. It'll be not too bad. He goes, drive? How are you going to get there? I said, well, with my car. He goes, oh, I couldn't let you have a car if you went to Appalachian. Now, if you went to Meredith, you could have a car. So there you go. Ended up at Meredith. So take the reins, people. Be in charge of your children. Make them do things. And then concede defeat and let them all watch iPads when you get too tired of them. Or watch you while we get our roots did. Oh, I do love my hair place at Atlantic Beach, though it's kind of far, but I love some Bella. Okay, y'all get back to work. Oh, my mother said they're just leaving, so now I gotta go make it look like I've been doing something, which is my main goal. How many of you, when you hear your husband or somebody walk in the door, you fly up? And now I've taken to keeping a bottle of Pledge beside me because it's quick and easy, and I hide my phone. You must hide your phone. Go app. Okay, adios, amigos. Goodbye.